Pray for me this morning. If you know, just help me out. In and out of situations that tug of war at me, all day long I struggle for the answers that I need, but then I come into His presence. And all my answers become clear. And for that sacred moment, no doubts can interfere.
Yes, amen. Praise the Lord.
In the presence of Jehovah,
Praise the Lord.
God Almighty, Prince of
Yes, thank you, Lord.
Peace, troubles vanish, hearts are mended.
Praise the Lord.
In the presence of the King,
Yes, thank you, Lord.
through His love the Lord provided a place for us to rest, a place to find the answer. In the hour of distress, now there's never any reason for you to give up in despair. Just slip away and breathe His name. He will surely meet you there. In the presence of Jehovah,
Glory to God.
God Almighty, Prince of Peace, troubles vanish,
Yes, Lord. Thank you, Lord.
hearts are mended. In the presence of the listen. In the presence of Jehovah, God Almighty, He's my Prince of Peace, Prince of Peace, troubles vanish, hearts are mended. In the presence of the King.
Praise the Lord. Thank you, Lord.
In the presence of the King.
Yes, praise the Lord. Thank you, Lord.
Lord, we just thank you this morning for your
Thank you,
blessings.
Lord. Thank you,
We
Lord.
just give you glory, we just give you honor, we just give you all the praise this morning, Lord God.
Hallelujah.
Because in your presence those troubles vanish. And Lord God, you are not a big God. You are a greater God. Greater
Yes,
than
amen.
these circumstances.
Amen.
Thank you, Jesus.
Turn with me in your Bibles to the book of Hebrews chapter 11,
Glory to God.
verses 23 through 29.
Praise you, Jesus. Praise you.
And then in the book of Deuteronomy chapter 34,
Praise,
verses 10 through 12.
praise you, Jesus.
Deuteronomy chapter 34, verses 10 through 12. I begin reading now in the book of Hebrews chapter 11, verses 23 through 29. We find there these words: By faith Moses, when he was born, was hid 3 months of his parents, because they saw he was a proper child, and they were not afraid of the king's commandment.
Praise you, Jesus.
By faith Moses, when he come to years, refused to be called the son of Pharaoh's daughter,
Praise you, Jesus.
choosing rather to suffer affliction with the people of God than to enjoy the pleasures of sin for a season, esteeming the reproach of Christ greater riches than the treasures in Egypt, for he had respect unto the recompense of reward. By faith he forsook Egypt, not fearing the wrath of the king, for he endured as seeing him who is invisible. Through faith he kept the Passover and the sprinkling of blood, lest he that destroyed the firstborn should touch them. By faith they passed through the Red Sea as by dry land, which the Egyptians assaying to do were drowned. Now in the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 34, verses 10 through 12. Deuteronomy chapter 34, verses 10 through 12. We find there these words: And there arose not a prophet since in Israel like unto Moses, whom the Lord knew face to face, in all the signs and the wonders which the Lord sent him to do in the land of Egypt to Pharaoh, and to all his servants, and to all his land. And in all that mighty hand, and all the great terror which Moses showed in the sight of all Israel. The book of Deuteronomy ends with the epitaph of Moses, and we know through Bible history to all the Jews, Moses was the greatest of all men. According to one early tradition, Moses had higher rank and privilege than the ministering angels. He was Israel's greatest prophet. Numbers 12, verses 6 through 8 bear that out. He was also Israel's greatest lawgiver. Virtually everything in their religion recalled the name of Moses. He was Israel's greatest historian. He authored everything from Genesis to the book of Deuteronomy. He was Israel's greatest deliverer. You read through the book of Exodus and you will find great feats accomplished through the leadership and the faith of a man called Moses.